What you doing on your back? Should be dancing, yeah. I should be working, yeah. I found myself having a moment of reflection, of gratitude, overwhelmed over how small of a person I am versus the entire world, the universe. Hey everybody, it's your girlfriend, Brook. It's January, I do believe, 3rd, 2025. The time is 2:45, and I should be working. I was getting ready. In fact, I've already laid out a pair of Levi's shorts to list on my eBay stores. But I stumbled upon a forum online as I was getting ready to use my phone. I don't know what I was getting ready to do. Sometimes you stall, okay? And someone had asked how much people have made or are making on their podcasts. I read that in the morning. There were like 30 comments already. So I thought, it's such a thing that gets posted so often. I don't know if I'm going to learn anything. But this afternoon when I saw that the comments have doubled up, I was like, hey, why not? I'll be working. I'll be drinking. No, I'm kidding. I'll be working, but I'll have it talk out loud to me, because I tend to do that on... Who else does that? When you, instead of, if there's a lot of text to read, you have the phone read for you. I use an iPhone, so I use that feature. But I came across one of the first comments was $0, which is fine. And then the other ones are just promoting their businesses. So they write a lot of text, and then at the end they say, disclaimer, I made blah, 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 blah for this company. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how many times I've been blocking those people. They keep coming up, and there are so many of them. I mean, podcasts have been around probably, I don't know, has it been 20 years yet? I think to myself, hey, why don't you comment on here? Use this opportunity to put your podcast out there. So I type that my podcast is... So I said, I'm only 2 weeks in, so nothing in monetary value yet. I didn't want to take away from how rewarding this experience is for me. 2 weeks in, so nothing in monetary value yet. However, 7 episodes out, 7 countries in 4 continents. I'm so thankful. And as I was writing that and finishing it off, I thought I could keep writing, but nobody cares but me. So I took that moment and I just kept going. And I was like, you post online and no one... Well, I guess I was going to say no one will ever know how far you've come. But maybe there are several people who know. When I was writing that message, it just dawned on me as soon as I sent it that I'm a little girl from the left. They used to say we're from the left because our house is all the way there, like whatever, over there. You know what I mean? It was over there, surrounded by bushes or woods. We lived off the grid. We had no, before it was cool, we had no neighbors. But we had dreams. I will speak for myself. I know everybody else did too. I had big dreams. I didn't know, like, whatever. I don't remember somebody telling me, you cannot do that. They didn't tell me you can have anything you want, but they also didn't tell me you can't. And I felt supported, and I had my mind, and my parents were just such go-getters, and so were their parents. I mean, my grandfather built the house that we lived in that was 9 rooms and big cellar all throughout the house, and a thing outside in the back and another down there, just like with his own hands. Later on, years later, decades later, one of my brothers built his own little shack. It was probably like a 4-roomed house, 2-bedroom, I believe, with not just with his hands, but with his hand, because he was hurt in one hand. So I don't know how he achieved that. I guess with a hand and a half. That's neither here nor there. I almost built my own home, not by myself. I was going to pay somebody. I bought all the materials. But let's not go there. I just, I guess the house was stolen. I'm not even laughing. And the plot, whatever, that was one of the first properties I bought. And then I bought another one, which was already there, a corner house, and I lived there, but people are breaking in. I was sleeping, and it turns out the house had already been broken into. The door was open, and I wasn't aware because I wasn't using that part of the house. It was very big, and no pun intended, somebody came to the house and was like, "Oh, you're sleeping? How are you sleeping? Your house is open. I saw the back." I was like, "Oh my God." So I knew it was just not a safe place. Anyway, so I lost that house too, and then I bought another house, and I bought another. But that's neither here nor there. You don't give up, you just keep going. And every house I bought was better than, every property, let's go with the word property, I bought was better than the previous one. That was a diversion. Not really, because it's part of gratitude and how far one can go and has come in my case. When I'm sitting here thinking, I speak enough English that people can understand, unless, there's an app that makes it not be the English that I speak. You never know. That I can have a blog that has hundreds of thousands of it's not clicks, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to spend too much time trying to figure that word out. And a YouTube that has, actually I haven't checked recently, but last I checked was hundreds of thousands of views. It's not just videos. A lot of these things I'm talking, it's not about talking either, but it's about just being able to access so many people, and people are subscribing. And I'm so humbled because recently people are really like subscribing on. Yesterday it was like back to back. You refresh and it's a new subscriber, and then a few minutes later, and I was like, "What is high? This is making me verklempt." I'm so touched and so humbled. And I always say, "Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you." I literally am saying it out loud in my home because it's such a pat on the back, isn't it? It's like we see you, you're not just doing this and not getting anything in return, which is why I had stopped posting regularly on my YouTube, because I got discouraged between YouTube taking a big chunk of my subscribers. I don't know what the fuck they did with them, and etc., etc. So I was like, what am I? But I still have the videos, so they're still gonna go up. Hopefully, it pays off ultimately. I was monetized on YouTube already. They demonetized me. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is such a slap in the back. Like, it's not like, whatever. So when you you do the contrast from that girl wearing that stained dress, because you only have a few of them, and you run out of water in the tank in the backyard. So now we're gonna have to go to the dam. Maybe not necessarily me, because I was one of the youngest ones, but sometimes I would go along. We're gonna have to go to the dam, which is kind of far, deep in the woods. A lot of females in my family. We'll leave it there. I don't want to drag anybody. I don't want to drag the males in my home, in my family. But then we have to go there we call them imbombos or dum-dum. So it's not gallons. It's the big things of water, the big plastic ones. Some of them like 20, 25 liters, 30 liters. So I don't know. I don't want to divide that by... Wait, what's a gallon? A gallon is 4 liters. So use that. I don't know which one you divide by. I don't want to think right now because I have to go and work. And so you have to do that. Some will carry it on their head. I used my shoulder because I have a weak neck, apparently. Or we just roll them by foot. Just keep rolling as long as the road allows you to and whatever. You have to be careful, though, because it's not always safe. It's the woods, y'all. So all of that. And then one day you have a little podcast, you get so excited, so amped up, and you're finding yourself posting every other day. Today I was like, oh my God, when did I post the last episode? Maybe it's been 3 or 4 days, maybe I can post again. I'm trying to pace myself. I'm like, at least let me post twice a week, because in my head I was like, we launched on a Wednesday, so that was an excuse for me to post again on New Year's Day, which was a Wednesday. Spoiler alert, that was only 2 days ago, being the 3rd today. So I was like, oh, oops. Not that, I have any problem just following my heart and posting again today. Like, whatever, dude. I love that every single one of my episodes has been streamed multiple times so far. I'm just a little girl, random dude who lives off-grid. I'm not talking about back in the day now. I'm talking about the fullness of the circle, because now I live off-grid again. And I'm still little. And I'm still a girl. So it's touching and humbling and exciting and thrilling and all the things it's validating, isn't it? I was like, wow, this is... And then yesterday I had one more follower, which I was like, oh my God, I wonder who is this, because I can suspect who the first two are. Can I though? No, I think the first one, I have 3. So the first one, or at least the second one, I can suspect who it is. I don't know who the first one is. And now I have 3, so there's 2. I mean, I wanted to get to a point where I couldn't even guess. There are so many. You know what I mean? It's flattering because somebody is following it, so they will know when you post a new episode. That's the fun thing. It's like, okay, so this thing is working. The goal is to reach not necessarily as many people as possible, but to reach the people who need to hear what I'm saying. So as many of those people as possible. So when somebody follows it, it feels like you're achieving your goal. And it's exciting. And this is, you're juggling. I was talking to ChatGPT this morning. And I said, don't you dare judge me. I was like, I run 4 eBay stores by myself, and if you care, it's the lovely Brook, my Brook, the Brook, and Trucker Brook, as in trucking. And I list every day on every single one of those stores. I reply to messages. I do everything for the stores, and then I wake up in the morning, find the items that were sold. I have multiple thousands of items total across all the stores. I go there and I find them. You have to have a system. And then package and ship and whatever. So I said to ChatGPT, I have 3 Instagrams. I have my regular one, the new one, which is the podcast, Babbling Brook podcast Instagram. Follow us there if you want. And my food one, which is babala.brook. Yeah, the regular one is babala.brook. And I have a page during my acting years. I used to post about my gigs there or whatever. So I've been posting there now because I have like, I think maybe 1,000 people on there. And I was like, okay, let's keep it going. So I will post maybe when I have a new podcast episode or YouTube. Somebody from there messaged me, and I guess I didn't see it because I get a lot of hi with a lot of eyes on there, or just like, it's hard to take them seriously. They feel like bots, but so I don't bother looking at the messages. Or an ex-boyfriend will find me, but message me on there, not on my regular one, which is always interesting. So this guy seems to have messaged me there. I didn't see it, and then they went and messaged me on Instagram. So it was under my filtered messages there. So I checked it before I deleted them all, and I was like, they were like, they love the quality of my videos. They've been watching. So I thought, you know what? This is nice. I'm kind of reluctant, but let's just thank them. And I did, and they never wrote me again. Then when I went to the page on Facebook, that's when I realized, oh, this person's name sounds familiar. It's the same person from over there. I guess they went and looked me up on Instagram because they wanted to tell me this, which I was like, okay, all right. I can see myself doing something like that. So I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, you know. In their defense, so far they haven't said anything yet. I don't know if they've been back on socials. I don't know if they're still alive. Sorry. So I said to ChatGPT, I have a Facebook with about 5,000 friends. Not even a fraction of them are active, but they're there. And I always reciprocate when somebody interacts with me, because it's tough out here. You can't take people for granted. And then my Facebook store that I've been deleting in bulk because there's just, it used to be my bread and breakfast. What is it? Bread and butter at some point, and bread and breakfast. And then I don't know what happened. I don't want to say shadow banned because I don't know if I believe in those terms and stuff. But it made me go and open more stores on eBay and not deal with Facebook, because between their customer service and other things, I'm just like, I can't. So I've been deleting. I don't refresh. I don't list any new things, whatever. Whenever I have time, I'll go and delete a few items. Right now, I think I have about 1,000 to go. You also, you want to be careful because you don't want to double whatever. And then one random day, somebody purchases something on both platforms at the same time. Knock on wood. So I'm like, I have a TikTok. I don't think these make me unique or special, but I was mad at ChatGPT. So it's a TikTok, Twitter, and all these things. So the first thing he said, ChatGPT, was, no judgment here. I didn't read the rest of it. Who cares? It wasn't about hearing what he has to say for himself. It's not a person. I just wanted to get what I wanted to get out of my system, and I did. But being acknowledged goes a long way. So for those of you who have done so, even for the ones who can hear this message, it means that you're listening. And I am very thankful. None of this goes unnoticed. Trust me. I put a lot of work into everything that I do, every single thing. The reason I'm starting to work now only, which I still haven't, is because I went sourcing and came back with a bunch of things, like the Levi's jeans that I'm listing now, the Wrangler jeans, like cowboy type, and a couple of sports jackets. But I got stuff for myself too, I think, like Ralph Lauren sports shoes, Jordan, Nike, and whatever. These are all like my corners where I find stuff. I don't go often Sometimes I go when it's closed, but I don't go often because I just have so much stuff here that has to go too. But every once in a while, you got to get, out of the house and see what's going on there. Oh, and I got like several handbags for myself. Fun stuff, like one clear backpack, which I guess is going to be good for stadiums. It's small, a nice green handbag. And what else? A Victoria's Secret, looks like a diaper bag. And it's just like a bunch of fun things, all for my personal use, apart from the ones that I already mentioned. I'm going to be listing today. List them right away. So it's been a nice, productive trip. I've just been on this tip of shopping for myself lately, and I don't hate it. Hopefully we'll get to a point where I get rid of a lot of my things. I feel like I don't have any clothes. It's really crazy. I'm like, I really need shoes. I really need this. But there were other shoes there that just didn't, they fitted me and whatever, and the price was right, but I was like, let's not get things we don't, it's not my style. Let's not get it to get it, You want to feel like you when you wear something. So it's because I kind of was working even then, is my point. There's no pressure because I work for myself, etc. You're lucky and extra thankful when you wake up and there are things to package and ship, because it means you made some money. I sold 2 Levi's jeans, one really small like size 4 and one really big like size 20W, and like another pair of plus size jeans like size 2022, and a bomber jacket that's aligned with like fake fur inside. So that was nice because the price range of those items is decent. You're like, oh, if I can make this much every day, you can't. Sometimes you make, $10, sometimes make $20, sometimes $0, and then the next day $0, and then the day after. You know what I mean? It fluctuates, and you take it as it comes and hope that it'll catch up financially, because you still want to go on vacation. You want to do stuff for yourself. Oh, and I bought CDs. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Did I get 12 CDs? That's crazy. Yeah. Yep. I got 12 CDs. A bunch of like oldies, because I like that kind of stuff, like David Bowie. I've never heard about David Bowie album, but I'm sure I have some. Is it any wonder? Someone's gonna. What is that song? Tina Turner and David Bowie. May you both rest in peace. Both versions are amazing. They're, at least the ones that I know of. I think there's the only 2 versions. At least they recently released one. Sorry, bad joke, dead joke. I need to play that song, and I have to find it and play it. Look it up. It's just the 2 of them. Someone's gonna something tonight. I think the title is Tonight. A dude I was dating, I met online, introduced that song to me, and I'm obsessed, and I found another version, and I love both, so I introduced him to the second version. So anyway, David Bowie, and they were coincidentally, they were playing Tina Turner's album while I was in that place, and I bought the David. I was like, how much the Tina? They tried to charge me double. People always charge me, in these places, they always try to charge me more. It's like, not part of the cost because it's annoying. A couple of Michael Bolton. A Love So Beautiful, one of my favorite Michael Bolton songs. If you like that kind of music, check that song out, but you probably already know it because it's an older song. A love so beautiful in every way. Julio, I think 1 or 2 albums. I have a double album of Julio. One side of it is Spanish. The Spanish one is my favorite. But the other side is also one of the greatest songs. Julio has so many songs that I think he has so many greatest, double greatest, best of, just like everything is the best. All his music is the best. I mean, what can you do? And I played that. He's one of his albums on my way back. I also have a cassette of Julio. But yeah, I played his on my way back. But it's so close that we only played one song, Crazy. Crazy, I'm crazy for da-da-da-da-da. I'm crazy for da-da-da-da-da-da. Crazy for loving you. The next song was going to be Let It Be Me. I bless the day I found you. Obviously, I have. I love Julio. I've loved him since I was in high school. I was listening to his music. I think the cassette is from when I was still in high school. I had a very good friend that I bumped into one day walking from school or whatever, and we became real friends. I never picked up vibes that he had a crush on me. If he did, he sucked at showing it, and I'm glad he never made it uncomfortable. We're friends for a while. We'd always walk together and just talk about all kinds of things. It was fun. We talked about music and whatnot. I had a lot of guy friends because I had tomboy energy, and he gave me a couple of albums which I still have and still cherish. I couldn't even tell you what his name was. So much to be thankful for. I feel really good right now, and I don't know how long that's going to last. I'm going to make it last, in the words of Mariah Carey, for as long as we're talking about music. I'm excited about my new stuff. I'm excited that it's the weekend, and I was shocked that it's been more than a week since I've been back from my trip in Vegas. I was like, what did I do last weekend? I still, to be honest, am not sure. But I'm here now, and let me go to work. I'm going to take it easy this weekend and just work on, like, cleaning the house. And probably I'll post on my podcast, because I just feel like it's kind of addicting. I don't know how long it's going to last for. I was like, am I one of those people that always chasing after a new shiny thing when it comes to like jobs? Because I've never had like a job tenure. Is that? I've never used tenure in my life before. But I read, so I know words, and I pay attention. People talk. I don't even think I've had a job for 5 years, dude. Do you know I've never been in a 5-year relationship either? I'm lucky if I've had a 5-year friendship at this point. No, I've had, friendships. Yeah, like I have, maybe not now. I have nobody in my life now like that. But, yeah. But I'm like, I did tracking for several years. And then I was like, all right, we're done with this. Before that, I was like excited about acting and whatever. That was fun. That I could have, rode until the wheels fell off, but it wasn't a sustainable thing. And I did that actually for a long time, because I did it in South Africa too. Then I came here and I right back into it. So maybe that is my longest running non-career. I don't even think I've had a career, to be honest. But I'm out here, my bills are paid. Shit. Right? All right, this was fun. I talked for about 30 minutes, which is a good amount of time. Sometimes I do a recording like this, and I'm like, I feel good about this. I should post it. We should post it. Should I post it? I'll post it right now. So if I end up posting this over the weekend, and you come across it, let me know that you've listened to it. We have comments here, I believe, here on Spotify. If you listen to it on Spotify, I believe there's a way that you can post a comment on there. And if you listen to it on YouTube, you can post a comment on there. I'm going to wrap it up quickly before it goes to 31 minutes. Probably edit a couple of things, so it's going to be 30 minutes. Listen, I appreciate you so much. Reach out to me. Join me on my Facebook group. So far, we only have one member, myself. Babbling Brook Podcast is the name of the Facebook group. And I've already given you all my other social media inadvertently. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous weekend, and I hope you feel half as good as I do. No, I'm kidding. I hope you feel good, maybe even better. Thank you.